Welcome back to Beyond the Script, where you find great movies and great conversation. This is where you can find God anywhere, even in wonderful movies. So let's get started.
Well, good evening. Awesome sauce. I'm so happy to be here. So happy that you're here. Welcome to, let me start again. That didn't work out. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to episode 3 of Beyond the Script. I'm so glad you're here. Today, well, this season alone. We're in season 2, and I just tell you, I have been having a bit of a problem, and I realized today that I have to keep going no matter what. So here I am. My 3 babies. Essence, Camila, and Ebony. There's me. Me. When I was about 25 years old. Yeah. Anywho, so today we are going beyond the script, and the movie that we are going to be reviewing is My Life. Anywho. Okay, so we are here because this has been a crazy, unorthodox season, because I've been trying to listen and hear from God, as we should, because we can find God in everything. And I tell you, I've watched movie after movie after movie, and I've asked guest after guest after guest just for something else to happen, and it just doesn't fall through. So we are going to go beyond the script with My Life today. I don't know, just trying to be creative, trying to find God anywhere. And I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoy my life right now. So, it's a Dollar Tree bag. They didn't pay me. It's just there. Anyhow, My Life, Act 1.
Baby would be about 23 years old. I just remember it being so secretive. I remember I was so scared. Shh. Don't tell anybody. I didn't tell a soul. Most people in here, including my mother, are hearing this for the first time. I wanted to tell you I was scared to speak because I knew that you were real. I never went to the hospital. Don't know how I knew, but I knew you were there. See, at the time, your dad was in jail, so I was so scared to tell anybody. And after a while, time went on, so I wrote your dad a letter and I told him. And I think 3 weeks later, I felt a little bit of comfort because your grandma came and she said, everything's gonna be okay. Even though I hadn't told anybody, I had a little sense of relief that everything would be fine. And then that day, you see, baby, I knew you were there, and then I knew you were gone. All I remember was the blood. And what I want to say to my first child is, I remember you. I still talk to you. I have never forgotten you. And I know that you're in good hands. And to my second child, see, my second child will be on his way to college now. Be about 17. This baby, excitement, conceived in love and marriage, and I was so excited, yet still very scared and nervous. I just remember always being so tired. And yeah, that was me, that parent that was only 3 months and had like maternity clothes already, walking around like I was doing something. Yeah, that was me, right. I was so excited, just happy about life, about just life, you know? And in my heart, I knew that if you get a chance to do this, this is God, this is an opportunity for him to show himself approved in me. You guys know I love music. I love to sing. But the sweetest music I ever heard was the second child's heartbeat. Flutter, flutter. I remember seeing a small little spot just moving inside of me. And the sound of that music is the sweetest sound I had ever heard in my life. And just as I suspected in my deep, deep, dark side, I started to bleed. And one Friday, I went to the doctor and she said, well, the blood is here and your baby is here and everything is fine. From that Friday to the next, my baby was gone. And I want to say to my second child, I love you. I have never forgotten about you. I still talk to you. And I know you're in good hands. Until my third baby. My third baby, we didn't even meet. We didn't know each other until devastation. You know, I met my third child on the floor at a clinic in Moreno Valley. I went to work. I came home. So Sunday evening, I believe, I was on my way to church, and I felt the most excruciating pain I had felt ever in my life. And knowing me, I just lay down. It'll be fine. I'll be okay. That's me. So I laid down. That was Sunday. I went to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way to Friday until that pain came back with a vengeance. And so I went to the clinic and I laid out on the floor, in and out of consciousness, not knowing what's going on. Nurses told me later on that I pulled up in the clinic and left my door open because I was in so much pain. I hadn't even realized I didn't close my door. On the way to the hospital in the ambulance, people were touching me. I'm in and out of consciousness. See, in my mind, this was it. Hey, all right, I'm good. I'm going home. I'm all right. Couldn't tell you what was going on. Just in and out of consciousness. I remember coming to the hospital and the nurses saying, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? She don't have no blood in her arms. I can't pull the blood out. What's wrong? The doctor says her blood is in her stomach. Get it from there. Went back out. Woke back up. The doctor says, you need to sign this right now so I can save your life. I said, okay. So I signed it. To my dismay, I woke up. Let's talk right here. I'm going to pause for a second. Because I woke up angry. I'm not going to lie. I was mad. I was like, why am I here? Okay, God, we talked. I got babies in heaven. You know, I was good. I'm ready. Come on, let's go. You know, I'm all right. Why am I here? I woke up with tubes in my neck and they told me they had cut my body open. This is somebody who has never been sick in her entire life. I have never even been in the hospital. So why am I here? Why did I wake up? I don't understand. You know, people coming to my bedside, my mama, everybody coming, it's gonna be all right, it's okay, it's good. No, it's not. Why am I here? I had a nurse tell me, you know, there was somebody down the hallway that had exactly what you have. She didn't make it. You're blessed. I'm blessed. You see, you guys, I would have a 12-year-old here watching me today. My third child would have turned 12 this month. And I'm lucky? Nah, didn't feel it. Let's be honest, I didn't feel that. So let's fast forward to 2014. The end of September. God introduced me to my best friend. Though God taught me that sometimes in life we have scars. Things will happen, you will get cut, and your world will stop. And I believe that's what happened to me when I was 18, when I was 25. And when I was 30, my life got cut. And my life stopped. And I'm a film student, so I love movies. And I remember in X-Men how Professor X could make people stop with his brain. And literally, people would just keep moving. Life would keep going, but it's cut and it's stopped. Well, that's what kind of life I had before September 2014. God introduced me to my husband, and little did we know we were married a month after that. God is real.
Yes, He is. Yes, amen.
God is strategic. God knows exactly what you need, when you need it, how you need it. Introduced to my best friend as well as introduced to my hope. Let me tell you about my hope. My hope turned 10 years old on February 27th. My beautiful, handsome stepson. He heals every wound. Every time he walks into my house every weekend. A beautiful combination of his beautiful mother and his father. His eyes are gorgeous. Every time he throws a football, every time he bounces a basketball, every time he comes in the house and says, Serena, I picked this flower for you. A wound is healed. God is real, and He knows exactly what you need. And I know most of you here heard a word from my bishop on September 11th, 2016. I remember it, I'm sure you do too. I believe God. I believe God because of my hope. I believe He'll do whatever He said He's going to do. And although the blood, although I can say to my babies, I love you, I remember you, I will still talk to you. I know that you're in good hands. I still know I have purpose. So you keep praying, and I'll keep praying.
Okay, so through Act 1, you see that I am, oh, my finger now, sorry. Just a mess, maybe I should do this. Kidding. Anyhow, so in Act 1, you see me starting at pretty much a testimony. At this time, if you don't know as of now, many people do, is that I've had miscarriages and I've had a very hard time throughout my life having babies. So in Act 1, we kind of hear about these devastating yet meaningful moments in my life, and how I still communicate with my children in heaven. Yeah. Yeah. And now we're going to go into Act 2. Because on December 26th of 2020, my life changed. Changed. Did it not?
So here's a supernatural surprise. Serena Gilmore, I have a check for you to make sure you graduate this coming Friday. Come on down and get this check. This is your first supernatural sovereign surprise. This is your first supernatural sovereign surprise. This is your first supernatural sovereign surprise. Y'all clap because you're next in line.
You God just let us please go to real church. I just don't want to miss church. Amen.
Amen.
What? Ready,
Okay, so it is now 2:10. Tired of the mess. Here I go. Struggle is real. 2 hours and 10 minutes. Yes.
I'm assuming that maybe she usually wakes up at like 10:30 and she woke up at 8 this morning. And maybe that's why she all upset. Stop. Hug me right. Stop. Stop fighting. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You woke up almost two and a half hours earlier than what she usually wake up, so probably just need a little nap.
Now we're happy.
Hello. I'm happy now.
Yay. I'm so excited.
I saw the movie that struggled with dough, and when he was a baby, him took the dough out.
Okay. I'm still trying to figure out what movies you're talking about. You see all these movies behind me. I love movies. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you ready to go back outside now?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, go put your shoes on.
Come on, let's go beat them.
Last
Get your
one
dog.
to the
Get the
car.
Barbie. Come on, let's go.
You almost there, baby. You got it. You got it. Oh, wait. I'm shaking the video.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry
let's go beyond the script. Okay, so since we are going beyond the script of a movie and we're trying to find God in everything, the obvious is that there were three. I'm sure I had more. I'm actually positive that I had more, but there were three really, really devastating miscarriages in my life that stood out completely. And three. I'm going beyond the script. So what I feel is that it is not an accident that I have three little girls now. And going beyond the script of some of the things that are just, I made a post not too long ago about how precise God is, that one looks just like me. It's kind of spooky. But then I took pictures with this one, and they look just like me. Spooky. But essence, oh God, she looks like my husband. Like their hair is braided, and then when I braid them, I'm like, dang, only God can do stuff like that. So let's going beyond the script in my life. I would say that definitely those are things that stick out to me. Like only God could do that. You know what I mean? Like I can totally see them as teenagers. I can totally see our family molding together without any problems. However, we have had problems. But at the same time, going beyond the script, I still see God. You know, I still see him even in the hard times. I see him even with my friends and the things that they say to me and to encourage me. I see him in my bishop.
I didn't know when I left home that I was going to cry so much tonight. I thought I was beyond that stage. But tonight, as I sit there,
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. All right.
the tears tonight were tears of thankfulness. And this is not just for me, this is for some of you. You never know the effect you have on people. And that's why I believe when the Lord leads you to do something, you should always do it. I don't care how crazy it is. I don't care what people say or do. To hear these testimonies tonight totally messed me up. But it also gave me power and strength to keep going on. I thought about two things tonight, and then I want to say something about it now. I thought about two things tonight while they were sharing. One of the things I thought about is a meme that I put out on Twitter a while ago that said, be careful how you deal with someone because you have no idea what they're going through. And I think we ought to give these ladies a big hand. I think we need to take to heart what Lady Patrice said in the video. This information that they shared is not to go tell anybody. It's for all of us to get a better understanding of who they are and who they become. And then the second thing I thought about was the scripture that says they overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimonies. I just am crazy enough to believe that somebody slipped up in here tonight, and through these testimonies, you heard something that made you realize if God can do it for her, he can do it for me too.
Because I don't think it is ironic. Well, it's ironic, but yet I'm not surprised at God being so precise in the fact that my bishop is somebody who's spoken into my life to get me to where I am right now. So I remember walking into his church where I was. I remember growing. I remember each relationship in the time that I was in Cathedral of Praise. And I remember how all of it kind of tied together to where I am now. I remember that everything that's happened in my relationship, and it is crazy. That all of this happened, and I was getting words that I would have children from my bishop throughout the years. Check this, guys. 35 days. 35 days after I got the first word, which was 2016, September 11th. I will never forget it. Bishop said my name 3 times, and I wish I can find that recording. If I do, I'll let you hear it. He said my name about 3 times in the middle of a sermon. Then he looked over at me, asked the congregation, "What is today?" Random people yelled out, "September 11th, September 11th. His words were, and I quote, "September 11th is a good day for you." 35 days later, going beyond the script of the movie called My Life, that little girl was born into the world. Some things are just amazing. Some things are God. Some things are just amazing. And this little one right here was born 35 days later after I got that word. So, yes, it did take 4 years. Yes, I continued to receive words from not only my bishop, but several women, several people in the church. Not to be discouraged, don't worry. Just, oh my gosh, it was so many people. I can't even, Miss Tamara's face comes to me, Pastor Chocolate's face comes to me. There's so many different people. Miss Connie, there's so many different people. Miss Gwen, it's so many people that would, the voice. So many different people that came up to me throughout those years to tell me not to give up and just, keep going. And I do what I do, in this 4 years that it took me to meet my daughters. It was like, it was a whirlwind. I was married, having a good time, learning my older son, watching him grow. It was just amazing. And as you saw in my testimony, the dog, learning Dally. My family is huge now. It's something else. Anywho, like I was saying, it is just simply amazing. And going beyond the script with my life, I do not think it was an accident that God put these girls in my life that, like I said, I had 3 devastating, miscarriages, and now I have 3 daughters. The ways that they got here, didn't expect 3, but we got 3. And I said all that to say, I don't think it is an accident that the bishop that's spoken into my life through all of these stages of this journey has adopted a child, has had a child, and has a child through marriage. And that is my testimony right now. I have not actually been able to birth a child, but I have not given up on that. But I feel like God didn't make any mistakes, that when somebody puts a preacher or a bishop or somebody in your life to help you get to the other side, it's not an accident that, this is not something he's just telling me. This is something he actually lived. And I tell you, going beyond the script in my life is not difficult, because there's just so many things I know can only be God. I hope this story and this show is inspiring to you. I hope that you are blessed by it. And I hope that I thought I was gonna make it without crying. I thought I was, but I'm grateful. I am extremely grateful. And to my mommy, who I know is watching, I understand. I finally understand. You guys have a blessed weekend. I love you, and I hope to see you next time.